everybody, and welcome to the next episode of the Unpacked podcast. This is episode 7 now, Tobias?
It is. It's episode 7. Yeah.
Well, in today's episode of the Unpacked podcast, which of course you can listen to on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, you can watch on YouTube as well, variety of platforms. In this video, we are going to be answering your questions. And there's been quite a few of them on the episode 5 of the podcast, episode 6 of the podcast, in the comment section on YouTube. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we had some on Twitter as well, which were very good questions as well. So I've got plenty to get through in this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the podcast. So should we start off with episode 5, Tobias?
I think we should. Yeah, let's get into the first question. What have you got for us?
What have I got? Well, firstly, how are you on this fine day?
I'm well, not really sure it's a fine day, but yeah, well, weather-wise, it's not a fine day, but QPR have won. I've just won some money on the National, so it's all good.
What a day. What a day.
Absolutely.
This is filmed after QPR 4, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Big result, anyway.
Indeed.
So, the first comment is from FCSC, question. He asks, what's our thoughts on Match Attax and the Adrenaline XL binder quality, and would you like to see a premium collector binder similar to hardback sticker albums? This is interesting.
That's a good question. I mean, I personally, if it was affordable in terms of if it was something that everyone could get and it wasn't produced in limited quantity, then yeah, I think a premium binder would be a good thing, definitely.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yeah, 100%. I think, well, Match Attax did it 2013-14, didn't they? They had the option of getting the proper binder or the absolutely disgusting
Paper binder.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if Topps ever did that again, crikey, the uproar. I'd quite like to see that next season, potentially. I'd like maybe, because Match Attax binder quality is not great, is it? Let's be honest. There's a lot to be worked on with that.
I think, I don't know about you, but for me, the only thing that you would need for a proper, decent collector binder would be a better front cover, a better spine, obviously a better back cover in terms of thickness and quality. And then as long as the page sheets were a little bit thicker, or there were more of them or something like that, you've got yourself a high quality album there. And it's pretty simple. And you could probably produce that for £4 or £5 and retail it. Or you could produce it for less than that, but you could retail it at £8 or £9 and you'd have a lot of people that would go for that option, I would think.
And if it came in like a little special box, you could store it in as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that hit home with a lot of the premium collectors, really, the proper collectors, thinking football cards and stickers, he'd be all over that. Andy Rod, if you're watching, we love you. That's a cracking question, FCSC, and I think we'd love to see that. We'd love to see some premium collector binders from both collections. Panini, obviously, their binders at the moment are already fantastic. They just need to add the proper backing covers and whatnot just to make it more assembled, really. Even though it already is assembled, when you buy the starter pack, I think maybe have it so the inserts, you can't actually take them out, so they're stuck in there. They're like, once they're in, they're in. You can't do anything about it. I think that's maybe where the route they should go down. But anyway, fantastic question, as I just said. Anyway, the next one is from Infinity64. He asked, or she asked, or it asks, what do you do with your swaps, and what do you think people should do about too many or just normal amounts of swaps?
That's a good question. I think, well, what I normally do is this is a bit controversial, but in terms of what I would normally do with my base cards, if I stack up loads and loads of base cards, I will probably keep 2 copies of every base card if I've got them, just for future swapping purposes or whatever, just in case anyone needs them or they're of any value in a few years' time. But normally I just put the rest in the recycling of the base cards. The special cards, on the other hand, I do keep, and I use those for swapping. And how I store them, I buy these big cardboard storage boxes for the base cards, and they tend to line up nicely in stacks of, you can think you get about 500 or 1,000 in each one, so they're in fact probably more than that. It's probably about 3,000 you can fit in them, so they're really decent. And the special cards I tend to put in like something like a swap box or top loaders, depending on how valuable or rare they are, just to keep them safe, again, for anyone else that might get them in the future.
Yeah, I agree. Also with me, I usually just, if the season's done and the new season starts and I've got piles upon piles of cards, I'll just chuck them all away, to be honest, because
Yeah.
as you have the entry level collections, the cards aren't really worth too much. And if I've completed the
Yeah.
collection, what's the point in keeping hold of them, taking up too much space? I think it was last summer I had like what you have, I had a couple of those big boxes, about 1,000 cards in each from 2016-17. They're all base cards. I don't know what to see, and they just
I just,
stacks
I
up.
just, yeah, I just flip them over and turn them in the recycling in the end because I just think there's not worth keeping hold of.
No, there's just no value to the old match tax base cards, the old adrenaline base cards. No matter how much the rookie hunters try and raise up the prices of cards which aren't rookies or whatever.
It's that thing, isn't it? Of as part of a whole set, base cards are valuable on their own. They're nothing, and
Yeah.
that's ultimately what it is.
Once the collections come and passed, there's not much to do with the base cards, really, is there?
Absolutely, yeah.
Um,
So
that's your answer, Infinity
yeah,
64.
absolutely.
Next up is from DGV Trading Cards and Stickers. What do you think about drastic price increases on collecting cards and stickers within the past few seasons? It seems like every season's packs and tins keep getting more and more expensive, and the upcoming Euro stickers, this was obviously before it was released, are 90p a pack.
Okay, so where am I going to start this? Let me start with match tax in terms of their price.
Yeah.
I believe for a pack of cards, it's been about £1 now for maybe 7 or 8 years. What has changed is the number of cards in the pack.
Mm.
So in 13, 14, and probably all the way through to the end of 2016, you'd get 10 cards in a pack. Then I think they reduced it to 9 for a couple of years and 7. So you're technically still paying the same amount, and the same for all their other products as well. The price points on those haven't actually changed, but the number of cards you get inside the products has. So it's sort of been an increase. It's just a sign of the times, isn't it? It's inflation and all that sort of thing. It's very different things. Panini, you look at that. On the other hand, their prices have maybe slowly gone up, but on the flipped tops, they've kept the same number of cards or stickers in a pack. So they kind of both meet in the same place, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, Panini's Adrenaline XL collections have been £1 for the Premier League sets with 6 cards in. But I think a big thing you need to point out with Panini's packs for £1 is that you get more than one insert card in every single pack. And that doesn't happen with Match Tax pack. I mean, I've got loads of Match Tax extra packs right next to me here. And I reckon 60-70% of them have just one insert card, and it's not even a one you really want. It's just
Well,
a
I think it's not only that you have the chance of getting more than one, but there's some that you can get 3 in, which
yeah,
you definitely won't get in a match tax pack.
and
That's
then
a
you've got
fact.
limited edition.
Yeah, yeah, which is rare. So
Yeah, so
most people won't have that.
yeah, so I can kind of see the frustration really because, and I'm speaking from a position where and you as well, to be fair, where we get stuff sent for free, where it helps us. It helps us make the content, and it obviously helps us complete our collections for a lower price than what we'd pay if we weren't, if we didn't do YouTube and didn't produce content to share to other people. But we can still both recognise that the price increase isn't ideal, and that the pack. I just love for it to go back to when it was 10 cards a pack for £1, or even 9 cards. I just think if we're talking about match tax here, I think £1 for 7 cards where you're not even guaranteed more than one insert card is just not good enough, really.
Yeah, I'd agree, and I think as you say, we're in that privileged position, but at the same point in time, we do go out and spend our own money as well, and it is disappointing where there isn't. You don't feel like you're getting value for money, and I think as you say, it is getting to that point with the price increases where if they increase it anymore, you're going to alienate so many people. So it does need to hit a point where actually they've got to decide that that's enough. And I think the pound mark probably is. Can't go higher than that. So yeah.
Well, there's the Euro cards was £1.70. That's because it had to align with the rest of Europe. But we've mentioned that before. That's just common sense, really. Otherwise, what's stopping me going to Germany, picking up 3 boxes for cheaper than what I'm doing in the UK? yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. And he did mention the Euro stickers being 90p a pack. Being 70p the year before, it's not exactly ideal. I can understand that, but there's so many bundles you can get, which I think is what Panini and Topps, for that matter, to be fair, do really well. They offer bundles, Topps with their limited edition bundles. But yeah, you can with Panini you can buy the 140 packet box of stickers, 120 quid. We mentioned this in the last podcast. So there is some elements where it's good value, but yeah, we can understand the frustration of the price increase. It's not ideal for the standard collector, really, is there?
No, it's not ideal, and there's not much more to say on it than that. Really, it isn't ideal. We know it's not ideal, and it's not where we'd want it to be. Absolutely. Should we move on to the next one?
Absolutely. Where is the next one? Here it is. Football Picks. He asked, do you guys collect the Topps Now or Topps Living set? Also, what do you think of both sets?
No. And for me, they're not for me. There's a market for them. I think they're expensive for what they are.
100%.
I haven't got much more to say on it than that, really.
No, they're just not all that, really, is it? I'd rather put my money into more Euro stickers or more match tax cards. These are just, or the on-demand sets, not the Topps Now. Obviously, I think I got, when they did match tax on demand for the first time, 2018-19, I think it was the last Premier League set. I collected all of those. I've got a full binder of those, and that was brilliant. But I just kind of lost interest with the Topps Now and the Topps Living set. I think I got the first Topps Living set, the first drawn ones. I think that's what it is. But yeah, they're not for us.
Not for us, no, definitely.
No. So that answers your question pretty much. Each of their own, I suppose. Ivan Saw, we'll call you Dinosaur. Here is my question. How do you feel about the gold, silver, and bronze limited editions? I was waiting for this. What about Wednesday deals? If you don't want the gold, silver, or bronze match tags limited editions to return, what limited editions would you want to see? And yeah, he recognises that's a long question. So thank you, Dinosaur.
Yeah. So Web Wednesday deals, I like.
Yeah.
I think there's some good stuff in there, and I think the guaranteed limited edition concept that Web Wednesday deals provide is a good thing. And on the whole, there's been one or two expensive ones, but most of the time they're between the £5 and £15 mark, which I think is an affordable amount. Yeah. Do I like gold, silver, and bronze limited edition? Absolutely not.
No. It needs to go. How many years have we been saying this? And they do take a couple of steps forwards and go 5 million steps back. It needs to go. It's time.
It does need. It is. It's time for them to go. They've done sort of 8 or 9 years now of those gold, silver, and bronze, and yeah, it's time for them to go. What would I replace them with?
Look at the match tax Bundesliga.
Yeah, that's what I'd do. Simple. I would just have normal limited edition cards. The match tax Bundesliga this year, there's 36 limited editions across the main and extra set, and it's 36 different cards. Not one player features more than once. Simple. That's what I'd do.
And that's made by Topps. Why can't you?
One per club. At least minimum of one limited edition per club as well.
That's
what they do.
I mean, that's what Panini do so well as well with their limited editions, which you've got to give massive credit for them coming into that market as well. But yeah, bronze, silver, gold limited editions, Topps. I know you're watching. Get rid of them.
Okay. Please.
We've said so. It's just they're not. Yes, it's good for content sometimes. It's fun sometimes, when you get, I've got a gold limited edition. But it's just not worth it, my guy. It's not, especially younger collectors, they're spending a bit of pocket money. They buy 2 tins. Oh, brilliant, 2 bronzes. That's worth about £2 each. They can't do anything with that.
I'd rather they put 5 limited editions in the multi-packs that you all had an equal chance of getting than 3 that are one's gold, one's silver, one's bronze, and you've got to buy 15 multi-packs to stand a chance of getting the gold, or 7 tins to, or whatever. Yeah.
It's not good enough. Yeah. But hopefully they can change that in the next few seasons. Hopefully next season, but I feel like it will probably stay for next season. But who knows? Maybe Topps will surprise us. So Is this a question from Liam Williams? Might be expensive to buy all the shirt cards, but give it a few years when nobody can find them or buying them anymore. That's not a question.
No.
He just mentioned a fact about the.
Is that the end of the comments on that video for questions?
Yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much to Dinosaur for that question before, by the way. That was a fantastic question. And yeah, thank you to all the questioners, or whatever it's called, on episode 5. Thank you.
Okay, well, let's have a look at episode 6 then. We start with a question from Will's Football Collections. And he has asked, when collecting certain collections, for example, Match Attax, even if you don't have every limited edition, is the collection complete?
Okay. So is he talking about Match Attax here?
I think he's just used Match Attax as an example. I think he's talking about collections in general. I think he's just used that as an example.
Well, for me, if it's on the checklist, you have to get it. But that being said, we saw Match Attax Extra and they chucked all the autograph cards and the match worn shirts and the Diamond Harry Kane on the checklist. But Panini don't put their limited editions on the checklist, and I feel like you have to get all of them.
I agree. I wasn't expecting you to say that. So yeah, I was expecting you to go, no, just the checklisted numbered cards and the limited editions are bonus. So that's interesting. But no, I'd agree. I think you've got to have every limited edition, particularly if they're limited edition. So I'd make an exception for the Diamond Kane, which is that's not, that's impossible. But all the others, they don't say what the quantity of them produced is. So therefore, there's got to be enough out there for, most collectors to be able to pick them up. So yeah,
they're easy to get a hold of as well, especially with the Panini collections. You know where to find them. They put it nicely directed in the collector guide. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to get them, then you don't technically have to, really.
No, it's each to their own, isn't it? Yeah. But that's our opinion.
We do think that, if you there's no point going half-hearted with the limited editions. If you're going to do it. But if you don't want to do it, then for each their own. You don't. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for that question, Will. We'll move on to the next one, and this is from Ben Dunn, and he is asking, what do you think Topps need to do to improve their collections? And he said he thinks he already knows some answers, but he'd love to hear what we have to think. So obviously we've just spoken about gold, silver, bronze. So what else?
We also spoke earlier about the pack odds, etc. And and speaking of the insert cards, much more different designs. We need, I think it's been the past couple of years now, we've had one in every pack insert cards have been the same template. That needs to change, because if you look at Panini, all the insert cards are different, all completely different. They're just nothing about them is similar in any way, and it makes it more special getting a certain insert card. For example, the Hat-Trick Heroes, they're meant to be pretty rare, out of the one in every pack inserts or wherever they are, and they just don't feel that special when you pack one, even though it's meant to be, really, isn't it? Because there's only 2 of them in the collection.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's you're right in terms of, I think there's certain staples as well with the insert cards they've got to keep. You've got to have man of the match cards, you've got to have 100 clubs, but there needs to be more creativity around other insert cards. We need to see some variation within that, and as you say, some rarer ones, some less rare ones. The odds need to be far more varied than they have been. We've spoken about before as well that a pattern in terms of the number of cards per team.
Yeah.
So not just random, 13, 5, 9. It needs to be a regular pattern. And then, we've spoken about binder quality, all that sort of thing. It's lots of different things, and I think small little things, they'll all add up to make one big difference. So, I think we've covered that.
I think if Topps model their Match Attax Champions League collection or whatever it is off their sticker set, I think it'd be a massive success. Their sticker collection is brilliant. It's gone so under the radar. It really has. yes, the album quality. I mean, this is about Topps collections in general. This question, so
It was.
we can talk about these stickers. The binder quality is, I mean, it's basically tissue paper, but the stickers themselves are really, really good, and it's a really good thought-out collection. All teams have the same amount of players, apart from the ones who qualified late or whatnot, which is fair enough. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But they still have the same amount of stickers, you know. So yeah, I mean, they've just got to model the Match Tax collection off the stickers basically, and then add some crafty, insert cards. Go retro. Go like the old Match Tax collection, the prime Match Tax sets. I'm talking, what's this, 2010, 2011, even before that, man of the matches, 3 per team.
Yeah, spot on.
There we go.
Yeah.
Just proper. It feels more. Yeah. There's not much
Yeah.
more I can say really. If Match Tax are going to go down the route of less insert cards, then make it more of the same, from the same team. So like the 3 man of the matches per team and the 100 clubs. 100 clubs have to stay, man of the matches have to stay, and maybe one more, maybe star players. Where have they gone? They've just, I suppose they're still there, kind of. But,
Key players, yeah.
Not the same, though, is it? It needs to be in the base set, I think. Little shiny in the base set.
Within the team rather than at the back. Yeah, spot on.
You're spot on. Maybe stadium cards. I'd love to see stadium cards, especially for the Champions League teams. Obviously, it was awkward this year with COVID, as they say in the industry. But yeah, that's what we think. There's so much potential with Topps, but they just fall short every time.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that one, Ben. That was a good question.
Yeah.
Next one we've got here from Tierman, who, apologies if I pronounced your YouTube username wrong as well there. What is the best card collection you've ever collected? Fire.
What did you say? Fire?
No, I said as in far away. You far away.
Oh,
so.
okay. I thought you said Match Tax Fire. Then I was
No.
Mate, that's a very good question. Again, there's been so many good ones. I think if we're talking this season, my favourite is the Adrenaline XL Euro. I just think the variety of the insert cards, the way they set out the base set with the kit in the middle, how the card quality as well. I think that was a top class set, but in terms of overall, it's got to be one of the retro Match Tax collections. And I've always said 08, 09. I've always said that. So yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Okay, so talking this season, for me, Bundesliga Extra, without doubt, was the most fun I've had opening cards in a while. All-time Match Tax of 708. You can't beat the first one. You can't beat it. It was incredible. Enough said about that, just from card designs to just the hype around it as well. I don't think I've ever seen hype like that before around a product. It was crazy at school. So
brilliant.
Yeah, thank you for that one.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I was just saying how good 07, 08 was. Why can't Match Tax replicate that sort of thing nowadays? But, well.
Simple, proven formula.
But,
yeah. Well, thanks for that question. Got another one here from. We've asked that one as well. So we'll add a similar question, Tiara Man. Then we've got one here from Liam. This is an interesting one from Liam Atto, and he has asked, if you had all the money in the world, what is the one card that you would buy to have in your personal collection?
Oh, wow! All the money in the world. Oh, there's not many QPR special cards out there, really, is there? Where you have all the money in the world. Maybe a Thierry Henry card, auto. I don't know. It definitely have to be an auto.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be Henry. What am I on about? Maybe Maradona. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it's tough because
it is tough. Go on, I'll let you have a little bit of a think because I've got mine in my head and you'll think I'm crazy for this.
Okay.
If I could have any card in the world, be Match Tax 2008, 2009, Antonio Valencia limited edition, which was unreleased.
Well,
never cropped up before, but it's out there somewhere. There's someone out there that has got at least one. There's at least one in existence somewhere, and I would love to have it.
Wow, You never know. Maybe one day it will crop up on the old eBay.
Maybe,
Can you?
maybe.
Yeah. Well, for me, it'd have to be a big auto, like one of the maybe a Pele, a Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, R9, Messi. Oh, Messi! What I forget. A
Yeah,
Messi autograph. There we go. I'd love that. Obviously, whole family are Arsenal fans. You're an Arsenal fan. Henri would be an incredible autograph to have as well.
it would be. It would be.
Sol Campbell autograph. I don't know if there's any of those around, but yeah, there's so many I'd love. But yeah, it'd definitely have to be an autograph card. It'd go on prime spot in the display case somewhere. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think that concludes the questions we've had at the bottom of episode 6. A huge thank you to Liam for that. And Liam's also said to make this podcast weekly. We will try. We will try.
We'll try our hardest. Okay, so now we move on to Twitter. We've got some pretty meaty questions on here. A couple from James Harris and one from Cameron Pearson and one from Drew Kendall, which we'll go for first. Little bit random, but here's a question for you both. If you could produce any sticker set for any league, team, competition, etc., from any era, which one would you pick and why?
Any league or competition from any era?
Yes.
Okay, so I would do putting myself in the shoes here, if I was Panini, I would have produced a 1966 World Cup sticker album.
Oh, yeah.
Because just imagine having that England team.
Can you imagine the value on that now?
Oh, it'd be incredible. It'd be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, surely.
I would be one of the most expensive simply because of how long ago it would have been, and it would have gone down mad in this country with the legends that are that England squad and that winning team. So yeah, that's simple for me.
I probably have to agree with that, to be fair. If you could produce any sticker sets, so they're talking about sticker collections. Yeah, it'd probably be the '66 World Cup. I don't think Panini have missed out. They haven't missed out any since 1970, have they?
I think was 1970 the first one. I think 70 might have been the first one. Yeah.
And then they started Euros in 74. No,
76 or 72 would have been the Euros. So, yeah.
One of those years, but yeah. Imagine World Cup '66 sticker album. Blimey, that would be a collector's item, really, wouldn't it?
It would be. Flipping that question though to modern day, if we were setting up a new license, a new company to create a new license, what league would you target, or what competition would you target?
EFL. There's a big market. I think a bigger market than what people expect out there for EFL. There's so many people out there who support teams, maybe in League 2, League 1, the Championship. Think of some of the teams in the Championship right now. We've got Norwich, we've got QPR, massive club. Who else we got down there? We've got Bournemouth, just recently got relegated.
Look at some of the teams in League 1 as well. Ipswich, Portsmouth, Peterborough. Sunderland. That's a team in League 1 that's got a stadium of 40,000 people.
Yeah, Wigan.
Yeah.
Even Salford now. They're not a massive club, but they're a club in League 2. Obviously, they're a club in League 2. Obviously, run by I forgot what the name is for them.
Oh, it's 92. It's a class of 92, isn't it? It's Neville, Giggs, Scholes, Beckham, etc. So
yeah. So that would be a popular one as well, I'd imagine. But yeah, I reckon EFL. I can't think of. Are we talking about competitions without licenses or collections already? Or
I just think any. I mean, I think the EFL's a niche one that could be done very well if someone does it. So I'd agree with that. In terms of ones that would be quite fun to do, obviously, it'd be fun to do. But then Panini do a great job anyway, so can't complain. So yeah,
I'd quite like to do Champions League one, to be fair.
Champions League would always be good because you'd always have different teams. There would always be variation in there. So that'd be
quite fun doing the Champions League, and just Champions League, not Europa League. Sorry, I know you're an Arsenal fan, but
don't worry, we're not going to be playing any European competition next season.
No, it doesn't seem like it. I just think, I a really solid Champions League collection. That'd be quite fun to view. Think of all the little insert cards you could do for that as well. And back to the EFL thing. Think of all the young players which come from the EFL. Ollie Watkins, Eze, Harvey Elliott's absolutely smashing it this season for Blackburn. So many names. There's Taylor Harwood-Bellis down there as well for Blackburn.
I just think with an EFL collection as well, you've got so much opportunity there to promote it in a unique way, and that's at every game at 3:00 on a Saturday in the club shop.
Yeah,
you know, free albums at every ground. You'd have so many people collecting the sets.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put this clip on Twitter. Okay, any card companies out there, get an EFL collection, get the license, get it done. As Tobias quite incredibly just said, if you get free albums in the club shop, you get a free pack in every match day program you buy, or like a sticker sheet, or even if it's a card sheet inside the program. There's so much potential right there, and obviously exclusive packs like Panini did with their Premier League set in the programs and whatnot.
I think the other key thing to mention is as well with that, you have a lot of younger kids tend to go to the EFL games, if you like, compared to a Premier League game because it's affordable.
Yeah,
and that's surely got to be the target audience for a lot of these card companies is teenage kids or kids at a little bit younger primary school age, to get them into collecting. They go along to the football on a Saturday, they pick up a free sticker album or a free pack of stickers, get to enjoy a game of football and a day out with their mum or dad or grandparent or whatever, come home and do it all again next week. And in the meantime, they can collect their cards or stickers. Yeah.
If this isn't like fodder for someone to just go out there, bite their bullet, and get an EFL license and a collection set up, then I don't know what is. Drew Kendall, you have given us a brilliant question right there, because
thank you, Drew.
I'm hoping that this is because this will be put on Twitter, that little clip just then. I want someone to do that. God, brilliant. Anyway, next question. Thank you, Drew, once again. Cameron Pearson. And he asks, what do you feel is the optimum sticker number for a complete Premier League sticker album? Obviously, would love to get home/away kits in there and stadiums, but is there a risk of making it too big? Interesting question.
Optimum number.
I think the Premier League sticker collection from this year is perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's one of those questions where you feel like you're being asked to try and increase or decrease number. You say I think it's spot on. Probably what I would change is maybe get rid of some of the stickers on the second page of each team to have that away kit sticker, or to have that extra squad sticker, if you like, to have a few more players featured, or as you say, a decent shot of the stadium.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Get rid of some of the statistic-based ones and get a stadium sticker in there. They've obviously got the club badge sticker still, and the key players and star players and whatnot. So do like what they do with the League sticker collection. They did, I think it was the captain, the rising star, and their star player as like free on the second page. I think that's brilliant. And then obviously has those beautiful textured kit stickers, which they have to put in the Premier League stickers.
We need those definitely.
I reckon they will. I reckon they will, because they've been such a success in Italy and France this year. So that's your answer to your question, Cameron. We keep it the same as the Premier League sticker collection. That is, I think Euros ones, it's kind of self-explanatory with the Euro collection, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's always a bit difficult to have those additional things in the Euros because of the fact that you've got so many teams involved, and the same with the World Cup. I think the one thing they're probably missing from the Euros this year is stadium or venue stickers.
Yeah.
If they'd had those in there, then it probably would have been near enough perfect. But
maybe the legend ones at the back, the history stickers as well.
The history stickers are always nice. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But it is what it is, really.
Absolutely.
Not much more Panini could have done with their collection, considering the whole issues at the moment surrounding this whole tournament. So, because everything could change. The whole tournament could be held in England for all we know. Still, I don't even know.
I think it's becoming clearer, but yeah, you're quite right. So, yeah.
There we go. That's your answer, Cameron. Thank you for the question. It's always good to, think about that side of things. Anyway,
Absolutely.
James Harris is next, and he's got a couple of questions here. He asks, firstly, what do you think of all this rookie rubbish? Okay, I personally think Americans have ruined collecting with the whole rookie and getting cards slabbed. There's stuff on eBay at ridiculous prices that last year were a couple of quid. What do you think of it?
So I hate the whole rookie concept. I pretty much agree with the fact that yeah, it's rubbish. It's killed. It certainly had a huge detrimental impact, I think, on collecting in the UK. Why you need to have a card in a huge slab, I don't know. Why that gives the card any more value, I don't understand.
No.
Yeah, I would just be happier if it all went away,
Yeah.
personally.
100% with you there. Why is this? And people are just like slapping the rookie logo on everything now, aren't they? And just slapping the
Oh,
rookie.
it's and this is the thing for me with rookie cards. Okay, rookie cards are fine
Yeah.
if, as we had this conversation off camera the other day, you have a player's first card in professional football
Yeah.
or club football, and maybe it's one for their respective national team if they're lucky enough to be able to play
Yeah.
international football. Other than that, nothing. You don't need their first rookie card for Champions League or Premier League or for this team or for that team. Their rookie card is their first card, and that's it.
Exactly.
Simple as.
That's what the term is, rookie. So, yeah, James Harris, you know how we feel. We know how you feel as well about the whole rookie rubbish. It is quite pathetic.
We agree. We agree.
Yeah, it is pathetic, and it's pricing a lot of people out this hobby, which we don't want to do. Something needs to change, and I think it will change over the summer, as you previously hinted at. Once more people are going out and about, less people will be interested in all these, cards and hobby stuff.
I hope so. I really do. I really hope so.
Just to make it, get rid of the rookie rubbish. That's easier said than done, but you never know. And his second question was, do you think there are too many collections this year? With prices of stickers and cards on the rise, we've obviously hinted at this before, it has turned into a very expensive hobby. Yeah, that's his question.
It's a good question. Yes, I do. I think there's too many products they've tried to market in the hobby range. I
Yeah.
think there's been too many. They've tried to put too many in the hobby market. So my take on it should be that each card company, for whatever licenses they have, should do a trading card game,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe have one or two releases for that. So a main and an update set,
Yep.
a sticker collection,
Mm-hmm.
and one hobby release.
Yeah. I know, obviously, companies are trying to get as much money as they can, especially after the year they've had with the climate and everything. But yeah, there's been far too much. And I'm going to drop Tops's name in this again here. The amount of additional stuff they added throughout the year for the main match stats collection that didn't even fit in the binder.
Yeah, spot on.
It was far too many like DLCs kind of thing. Like, if you're going to add all these special cards in, maybe the Christmas festive pack, I quite like that. Maybe just one of them, and then obviously extra where you can add in all those other insert cards from the update multi packs. But obviously this year was different because the transfer window closed late and the collections were released early, so it's more different to usual. But I hope they don't do that again next season, where they release far too many update packs.
It's just not necessary, and all these additional, sets week after week after week. It's just a bit much, really.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, it's a pain. It's hard to keep track of as well, especially for kids as well. We're going back to this whole the target audience for these collections are 12-year-old boys.
With match attacks, they need to announce what's coming out in September upon release. They don't suddenly need to add additional things 6 months down the line. It's not fair on people.
No, there we go. Nail on the head. Not fair. There we go. There's your answer, James. It's not fair, really. There are too many collections this year. So yeah. Moving on, we have got, I think this is the last question actually, and it's Lewis Clembo. Now, he did say in the eyes of GBW, but you're involved in this as well. For a standard set of cards, 7 to 10 card packs or stickers, 5 sticker packs, 5 stickers in a pack, what would you price packs at, and what would you think would be fair in terms of pricing the packs?
Okay, so for me, what I would price a pack of like 5 stickers or 6 cards out, I'd price a pack of maybe 6 or 7 cards at 80p,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd price stickers at 50p.
Yeah.
That's what I would say was fair and you know the right amount in today's terms would be what I would do.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I think I'd probably. But again, I'm speaking from a position where I get stuff sent for free, so maybe that's why he's had in the eyes of GBW. I don't know. I quite like the £1 packs, but it has to be 10 cards or 9,
Yeah.
not 7.
Yeah.
If you're going to do
Yeah.
£1 packs, don't do 7 because it's just not value for money. And don't get me started on the £2 packs; they are absolutely disgusting.
They're awful. They're awful.
Absolutely
Yeah.
disgusting. They need to be abolished. I'm glad they didn't bring them in Match Tax Extra. But yeah, and the stickers, yeah, 50p, simple as that. 50p, 70p max, absolute maximum. Didn't I swear at the World Cup in 2014 there was it 6 stickers per pack, 50p?
I think it was maybe 5 or 6 stickers a pack at 50p, which is a decent, you know.
It's
I remember when they were 30p.
Because
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok last night, and it was someone opening the World Cup 2014 sticker packs, and there was more than 5 stickers in a pack, and it was definitely maximum 50p, possibly even 35p, as it was. Oh, remember 35p packs? God,
that was time to be alive. It really was. Yeah.
days.
They were days.
Yeah, that's your answer from both of us there, Lewis Colombo. So in your eyes, it's 70, 80p per pack for 7 cards, 6 cards, and 50p for a sticker pack. We both agree on the 50p for a sticker pack. Yeah, I'll probably agree with you, to be fair, with the 80p, 75p maybe for a pack of cards, 7 cards, 6 cards. Obviously, Panini, with their packs, they chuck free insert cards in, so maybe £1 for 6, £1 for 7 maybe with Panini next year, but who knows? I quite like Panini's Euro packs where it was 9. Was it 9 cards? Or 8? No, 8 cards.
8 cards a pack.
Yeah,
yeah,
8 cards per pack, and you're getting minimum 2 insert cards per pack. I know it was £1.80, £1.70, however much it was, but if they could maybe charge that at £1, because there's so many being produced for there will be so much production for these entry level sets, so maybe they could lower the price a bit. Who knows? But yeah, that's your answer, Lewis Colombo, and that is all of the questions for today's podcast. Incredible questions in there. Thank you.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Thank you everyone for sending them in. Been good to answer them. I think what we'll probably do is we'll end it here for today. But you know, maybe in a few more episodes' time, we'll take some more questions. So you know, keep them coming in. We'll ask for them again at a specific point in time, and we'll do another one of these. But yeah, I think that's all for today, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, that was a fun podcast to film. That got some juicy bits of information from us, really, there, didn't you? With the yeah, I'm still buzzing about that EFL collection idea we've got, but yeah.
Sign us up as marketeers.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We're free agents. Sign us up.
Someone make us an offer. We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching the Unpacked podcast, episode 7. This was 3 more episodes, and we're at episode 10. Do we do something special for episode 10? Maybe a box break or something like that. Who knows? Yeah. Thank you, Tobias, for joining me today's video.
It's okay. A pleasure as always. Thank you for joining me, and we will see everyone or speak to everyone in the next one.
Yeah. See you soon for episode 8. Bye-bye.
Bye.